Hola mi gente, saluditos para todos los que están conectados con nosotros en nuestro canal de YouTube, saluditos para todos aquellos que se están conectando en estos instantes, saluditos para toda aquella gente que sigue todavía siguiéndonos en la gran plataforma de Facebook, también de YouTube y también en Instagram como 505 Boxing. Hoy les traemos noticias de último momento. Como ustedes sabrán, Terence Crawfor, con un récord implacable de 39 ganadas, 0 empate y 30 knockouts, ha dicho en las redes sociales y también en la entrevista que le hicieron hoy mismo que está completamente seguro para demostrar quién es el mejor de esta división. Terence Crawford ha dicho repentinamente que tiene todos los fundamentos para ganarle a Errol Spence Jr. en julio 29, donde estarán exponiendo los cinturones unos de los grandes, mejores boxeadores de la actualidad como Terence Crawford. Vamos a escuchar sus palabras de Terence Crawford, donde fue entrevistado en la tarde de hoy. A ver, vamos a escuchar las palabras de él.
But you're also the favorite. You don't often see that in boxing. Do you feel like this is a time now where you can prove that you're not just a top fighter, but a draw financially? You're an A-side fighter and a marquee draw.
Of course, people know the real. You got a lot of people out there that say foolishness things because they don't know nothing about boxing or they just new to boxing, so they piggyback off of what somebody said that they feel know what they talking about. So sometimes, they may say something and then it get a domino effect and get a lot of people to hop on the hype train. Me, my objective is to keep doing what I'm doing. And it's
Terence Crawford prácticamente está diciendo pues que mucha gente está hablando cosas y está diciendo cosas que no tienen que decir cuando él está completamente seguro de su entrenamiento y todo lo que está haciendo en el boxeo.
The reason why the betting favorites is in my favor right now.
With fighters like this, the margin of talent is so thin. You guys are both excellent fighters, but you talk about breaking each other. What do you see in Errol Spence that makes you think you can break him?
Well, like I said, he's training hard.
Dice, te preguntaron que de qué forma cree él que puede quebrar a Errol Spence Jr., de qué forma él lo puede ganar. Prácticamente le están preguntando de qué forma piensa él que le puede ganar a Terence Crawford.
I'm training hard. What do he see in me to make him feel as if he can break me? That's what I should ask him, but we will find out.
Dice que él está entrenando bien y de qué forma él puede quebrantarlo a él, porque los dos pues están trabajando bien fuerte en el gimnasio.
July 29th.
What are the differences between you? Financially, mentally, physically?
It's going to be mentally.
¿Y cuál es la diferencia entre los dos?
The mentally toughest fighter, July 29th, is going to win.
There's been a lot said about resumes. What fight before now has best prepared you for Spence?
I don't think none of my fights that I fought have the same style as Spence. So I can't say a particular fight, but all of them had led me to be where I am today.
Le han preguntado al gran campeón que cuál ha sido su mejor entrenamiento, si ha sido uno de sus mejores entrenamientos, y él dice pues que él siempre se ha preparado muy bien en todas sus peleas.
To be prepared for July 29th.
Y que está preparándose para el día de la pelea con Errol Spence Jr., que para esa fecha va a estar completamente listo.
You guys both say this is kind of like the three-belt era returning. In that era, who do you see that is like you? If you look back at the 80s and the 90s.
Le está preguntando que quién piensa que es él en la era pasada, en la era de los 80, de los 90, donde habían supercampeones, donde habían campeones como Julio César Chávez, por ejemplo.
Who is Terence Crawford in that era?
Nobody.
Dice que no hay nadie en esa era, dice como Terence Crawford. El Terence Crawford, al parecer, es solamente uno y es solamente en esta era.
I feel like my style is different.
Dice que su estilo es diferente a los otros boxeadores.
Than any boxer.
A cualquier otro boxeador.
You already had two face-offs, obviously in LA, here in New York. What can you sense when you see him in his eyes? You know, at the end, you shake hands, but
Dice que los dos se miraron, dice aquí en la presconferencia que ¿qué miró de él en sus ojos?
what can you sense when you're just staring straight in his eyes?
Well, really nothing.
Nada, ya está listo.
You know, he's ready just like he know I'm ready.
Él sabe muy bien que él está listo, yo también estoy listo.
That's why it's mutual respect and we
Por eso tenemos un respeto mutuamente entre él y yo.
They're both excellent fighters,
Los dos son grandes boxeadores.
but you talk about breaking each other. What do you see in Errol Spence that makes you think you can break him?
Well, like I said, you know, he's training hard. I'm training hard. What do he see in me to make him feel as if he can break me? That's what I should.
Es una pregunta súper interesante que le hicieron a él aquí. Le dijeron que de qué forma piensa que él puede quebrantar de qué forma pues puede tratar de vencerle a Terence Crawford, pero la verdad es como que lo pensó mucho para decir esta respuesta.
Ask him, you know, but we will find out July 29th.
What are the differences between
Dice que lo vamos a ver, dice el día de la pelea.
you, financially, mentally, physically?
It's gonna be mentally, you know, the mentally toughest fighter, July 29th, is gonna win.
There's been a lot said about resumes. What fight before now has best prepared you for Spence?
I don't think none of my fights that I fought have the same style as Spence. So I can't say a particular fight, but all of them had led me to be where I am today, to be prepared for July 29th.
You guys both say this is kind of like the three belt era returning. In that era, who do you see that is like you? If you look back at the 80s and the 90s, who is Terence Crawford in that era?
Nobody. I feel like my style is different than any boxer.
You already had two face-offs, obviously in LA, here in New York. What can you sense when you see him in his eyes? You know, at the end, you shake hands, but what can you sense when you're just staring straight in his eyes?
Well, really nothing. You know, he's ready just like he know I'm ready. That's why it's mutual respect, and we both know that this may be the toughest fight of both our career. You know, and that's why it's a mutual respect there. You know, but come fight night, we're gonna try to kill each other.
Dice que los dos tienen un gran respeto, los dos son unos grandes boxeadores, los dos se tienen bastante respeto en esta pelea que viene es un campeonato del mundo y pues les está diciendo a toda la gente que vengan a ver la pelea porque va a ser una guerra.
What do you feel about becoming a two-division undisputed world champion?
Oh man, I think about it all the time. You know, sometimes I try not to think about it because it's a lot on my brain. You know, but at the same time, this is what I signed up for, and this is my dreams. This is my goal.
Dice que está hablando de los campeonatos del mundo. Le preguntaron, pues le dice, es muchas que estoy pensando, estoy mucho analizando acerca de esta pelea. Va a ser una pelea sumamente muy complicada bastante, porque es una pelea grande de campeonato del mundo.
This is what it's all about. This is what it's all for. So July 29th, when my hand is rose, is job well done.
Terence, a lot of people say that
one of the biggest things in your career everybody talks about is your ability to switch from southpaw to orthodox. Predominantly, you switch to southpaw and you dominate your opponents. Once you feel them out, you start off orthodox. Him being a natural southpaw, how do you address this fight when it comes to that? Are you going to start off south orthodox or?
I don't know. You know, Errol's a different fighter. I fight every fight different. You know, so come fight night, we'll see what I'm most comfortable at.
Now, when people say the southpaw, what gives you the advantage when you switch to southpaw? What is it about the southpaw stance that gives you such a big advantage?
It just depends on the fighter. You know, sometimes southpaw is not the advantage. Sometimes orthodox is. So we shall see.
Terence, what do you feel about Terence? We're going to move down over here for a couple questions. Yeah, thanks.
What are some of your favorite welterweight fights of all time?
Man, a lot. You got the Trinidad's, you got the De La Hoyas, you got the Mayweathers. It's hard to say.
One last chance for the bet. Come on, give me a number.
Come on, man. Let me bet you that
All right.
The rematch takes place, would it be a 147 or a 154?
Le están preguntando que si va a haber alguna revancha en esta pelea.
I don't know. Hopefully, you know what I mean? That wouldn't be anything that I have to be discussing. You know, I don't plan on losing, so, you know, that's something.
Dice que no está planeando, no está pensando en perder. Él está bien positivo en que va a salir con las manos en alto.
That will be discussed with him and his team. I've been wanting, this is a fight that the fans been wanting, and it's here now, and I'm very excited that it's been made. And July 29th, the fans is in for a treat.
Terence, I think you guys should make a side bet. You've done everything else. Trash talk. Errol's going to come through here. You can start it with what you think the side bet should be, then I'll go to Errol.
A side bet, man. Listen.
How much? What are we doing?
Man, look. Our bet is, you know what I mean, I'm going to be victorious and becoming welterweight champion of the world July 29th.
So tell me an extra mil, okay?
You had a lot of back and forth going on there. It came out like really natural and seemed like you're actually having a little bit of fun with it. How much are you really enjoying this moment leading up to the fight?
Well, I'm enjoying the moment because I feel as if it took a long time for this to be here today, you know, and now this is my moment to enjoy it while it lasts.
So you're able to like step back a little bit from all this hype and everything to enjoy it in the moment, or do you think?
Yeah, well, both. You know, I enjoy it. I experienced it before. I love it. I love the seesaw effect of it, and that just makes for an exciting fight. You know, you got two great fighters fighting for welterweight supremacy, for all the marbles, for all the belts, for undisputed pound-for-pound fighter in the world. So what can I say? It's going to be a great event.
Terence, what do you make of Spence's body shots and his jab? That seems to be, you know, two of the attributes people point out a lot why they think he can win the fight. What do you make of those attributes?
Well, they're great attributes. You know, he's a great body puncher. He got a great jab, one of the best jabs in boxing, you know. But myself, I got one of the best jabs in boxing. I throw great body shots as well. So, you know, like I said, that's going to make for an exciting fight. You know, you got one fighter that's all people say is he's big, he's strong, he wears his fighters down, he goes to the body,
Terence Crawford en estos momentos está diciendo todas las cualidades que tiene Errol Spence Jr. acerca del jab y también los golpes del cuerpo, que siempre va mermando y va golpeando a los otros contendientes hasta vencerlos por nocaut, la mayoría de sus peleas.
He breaks them down, and you got another fighter where you say he can make adjustments on the fly, he's fast, he punch hard, he's a loose.
Es rápido y pega bien fuerte y sabe ajustar una pelea y sabe ajustarse y sabe mover un ritmo de pelea y sabe adaptarse a esa pelea contra ese contrincante. So, él sabe muy bien las cualidades que tiene Errol Spence Jr.
He's smart.
Dice que es muy inteligente también Errol Spence Jr.
Who's going to win?
You know,
that's why you tune in.
His Duncan Garnett comparison, what it was really about, he was saying is, you're more athletic, you're more talented, but he's more fundamentally sound. The way he concedes that you're the more athletic, faster guy, do you concede he is the more fundamentally sound fighter?
No, I don't think that he's more fundamentally sound, because, you know, anything that he can do, I can do the same. You know, so I wouldn't say that.
Terence, but how long have you had your eye on him, and did you ever think this wasn't going to happen?
I've been having my eyes on Spence since 2017.
Dice que ha estado siempre en la mira a Errol Spence Jr. en 2017.
When I conquered the 140 division, I knew I was moving up, and I knew he was the champion, one of the champions in the division. In 2017, when he captured his belt against Kell Brook, And I knew once I moved up, I was looking for all the champions.
Guys, just one more question here.
Terence, do you see? Somebody had said that. Somebody asked him if he's gonna be worried about like your counter punching, and he was just like, Danny Garcia's the best counter puncher in the world, so he's not really necessarily worried about your counter punching. How do you feel about him kind of comparing your counter punching style to like Danny Garcia?
Well, you know that you can say me and Danny have good counter punching abilities. You know, Danny is a tremendous counter punisher, but at the same time, Danny is not a boxer. You know, Danny's arms is shorter. Danny don't have the same fighting style as Terence.
Está hablando de Danny García y dice que Danny García es un peleador pequeño para esa división.
Is to keep doing what I'm doing, and it's a reason why.
Y esas fueron las palabras de Terence Crawford, un super campeón, donde
Terence, do you see? Somebody had said that. Somebody asked him if
sus habilidades boxísticas
and he was just like, Danny
contra
Garcia,
Errol Spence Jr.
So he's not really necessarily worried about your counter punching. How do you feel about him kind of comparing your counter punching style to like Danny Garcia?
Well, you know that you can say me and Danny have good counter punching abilities. You know, Danny is a tremendous counter puncher.
Aquí es donde él comienza a decir acerca de Danny García, donde comienza a decirle que él es un peleador pequeño para la división. Prácticamente le está diciendo de que con su pelea va a ser muy diferente a la pelea de Danny García cuando peleó con Errol Spence Jr.
But at the same time, Danny's not a boxer. You know, Danny's arms is shorter. Danny don't have the same fighting style as Terence Crawford. You know, so he can make somewhat a comparison, but me and Danny fight two different fighting styles.
Terence, you win this fight. Do you expect the rematch, or do you expect to go straight to Jamel Charlo? I know that's a fight that you want, Jamel Charlo.
However it comes, you know.
Una pelea sumamente complicada entre dos grandes gladiadores, prácticamente invictos, los dos grandes campeones. Una pelea que va a estar sumamente explosiva para todos los grandes amantes del boxeo, donde Terence Crawford está asegurando en estos momentos, en estos instantes, está asegurando de que está completamente seguro su victoria contra Errol Spence Jr. y ha hablado también de sus cualidades, acerca de su jab. O sea que prácticamente está bien estudiado acerca de toda la carrera que ha hecho Errol Spence Jr. y Terence Crawford está asegurando ante las cámaras que saldrá con la mano en alto. Saludito para todos aquellos que se están conectando con nosotros en nuestro canal de YouTube. Si todavía no te has suscrito, suscríbete ahora mismo para recibir todas las notificaciones boxísticas del momento. Saludito para toda esa gente bella que se sigue conectando con nosotros. Y si todavía no te has conectado, conéctate ahora mismo para recibir todas las notificaciones boxísticas del momento. Saluditos y nos vemos en el próximo video.